Good morning, Bullpup family. Coming with you with our next update regarding state testing. Kind of a little reminder because these are new. Talking a little bit about district updates, achievement areas for growth, future plans, and questions that are driven directly from the community. And one of them that came up throughout this month as we began sending it out was our state testing. What does that mean? How does that impact us? Where are we at as the district? Again, this kind of went out late last month in October, and so here in November we're going to kind of reflect on that. What we're talking about is our English language arts and mathematics assessments according to the new Kansas College and Career Ready standards. And we're going to talk a little bit about what those levels mean, how does that break down for you and your student, and then again, as a parent, should I be worried? Again, the impact of us as a district overall, and then we'll close out. So level one simply means that if we're in that level, it means that we're not at grade level expectation at this time. Level two means that we're meeting those grade level expectations. Level three is that we're also at that grade level and we're on track to college readiness as determined by the state. And level four is that we're above that grade level and then obviously on track for college readiness as well. So another way to look at that is that we look at level one as basically that basic information that comes being in that grade level. We're at that remembering level. A lot of times we're actually not remembering it very well. We're struggling to be able to actually have that knowledge that's required at that grade level. Level two is again at grade level. It means we have an understanding of it, we're remembering it, we're able to have that basic knowledge level, the expectation for that grade level. Moving up, we go to level three and four, and these are levels when we see that students are actually starting to apply that information and beginning into that top tier as well, where they're creating, evaluating, analyzing those higher order thinking skills that we talk about. And level four, obviously the difference being that they're actually performing above that grade level and on track to be college ready. So should I be worried? I know there may be a lot of nervous parents as we saw some of those initial scores come out. Absolutely not. The main thing here is to keep calm and remember every individual is unique. We know that there is not a one size fits all assessment that can truly tell us where we should be or how we're going to perform in the future. If that were true for the ACT, which has always been a long-standing indicator of college success, I'm a perfect example of someone who never would have been successful. I had a very, very low ACT score. I did not do well on that standardized test. But again, that was just one snapshot of me overall as a person on that certain day. And this state assessment is certainly that of your child as well. It can be very indicative of where they are, but it can also fall short of showing them where their strengths are and truly being able to show what their capabilities are. So the key thing is keep calm, talk with your teachers, with your principals as well. Feel free to come in and talk with me if you would like as well. I'd be glad to talk with you through that and looking at where your child is. But the main thing to remember is to keep calm. We will be moving forward at all levels. We have interventions to begin helping with this for students who are underperforming and that may need a little extra support, something we pride ourselves in. We have no doubt that we're going to continue to perform excellent as a district here at Caney Valley. So a couple of highlights, and each one of these were included in the letters that went home with you, is overall how did we do as a district compared to the state, and that's an important thing for us to look at. How are we performing against the average there? And so you can see the green line that's on the top represents the school district, and the purple below, or the blue, depending on how it shows up on your screen, is the state. So in most of those areas, we are within a couple of points of the state and even above when it comes to English language arts. That's a great thing. The other thing that we look at is how many of our students, or the percentage of our students that are actually above that grade level. So remember, 2 is what we want to shoot for here. So when you look at certain grade levels, when you only have a small percentage, 4%, 7%, that are not performing up into that level, that are not at grade level, that is a huge accomplishment for us overall as a district. So let's take a look at math. In many of these areas, we're well above the state. That is a great thing for us as a district and something we want to continue as we move forward. And then we also see some areas where we're very, very close with that average. So those are some good numbers for us overall. We're very proud of that. And then again, we look at those percentages to know Just one to highlight if you were to look at it real quick, starting off with our third grade. It's a great thing to show that we only had 5% of our students that were not achieving at grade level and where they should be as far as the expectation is set. That's a great number. We also know we'd like to take that 5% and move it up. We really don't want any of those students down there. And we know we've got some growth to go as we move up, but we've got a great foundation moving forward. As always, as a bullpup, we're building up lifelong passion under proven success as we strive forward. And remember that if you have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, you can always reach me. Again, I'm Blake Vargas, superintendent here. Got my contact information there. If you're actually watching this, then you found my page on the website, which is great. Be sure to share that with other people. Let them know that that information is available out there. And again, if you have any questions or any topics that you'd like to know about specifically, please let me know. I'd be glad to make a quick video and throw it up on the website for everyone to see as well. Thank you again, and have a great day.